Hello, welcome to today's video. I hope you're well. If you are new to cryptocurrency, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button and press all notifications. It means a lot. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. Wanted to get there by the end of June. Looks like I'll get there, which is awesome. So I'm going to talk about the news today. What is happening? Why has the market kind of reacted in the way it has? And yeah, all that kind of good funky stuff. So we're going to talk about Google data, Walmart and Vechain, the likes of Ledger X, Iota, China calling Bitcoin a safe haven, Cardano, and most importantly Netflix. Because why not mention Netflix in that sentence? So let's get started, let's get into it. Happy Friday, and I'll see you in a second. Right, so first things first, I want to mention Bybit. Why am I mentioning Bybit? A lot of people over the last 2 or 3 days got completely and utterly obliterated by the market, completely wrecked and literally liquidated in an instant, because Bybit is totally different to BitMEX, okay? I want to get that out there now. It has a cold wallet system, it has a much higher transactions per second, 100,000. On BitMEX, if you can relate to this, it does system overload all the time, and it's crazy. When markets are volatile, it crashes and you can't do anything about it. It completely just trades against you. So there you go. Check out the link below. Get involved in Bybit. I really, really like it. But let's talk about Google data. So it is suggesting that the growth in the interest levels in the trends are pretty good at the minute in terms of what is happening with cryptocurrency. The word Bitcoin has been mentioned a lot, the likes of Ethereum and other stuff, but it has set a new milestone in May when its highest interest levels since Google announced that in February 2018. That was when it declined. That's when the whole crash bang wallop. Now that's good that people are starting to show a bit of interest in Bitcoin. Now, I knew this anyways. I can kind of gauge it on my own Facebook when people are asking me stupid questions, or when they're just asking general questions. How do I buy Bitcoin? And people are buying physical Bitcoins, not actual Bitcoin on your on the blockchain, which is, you got chocolate coins, mate. Unlucky. Now, with this obviously means that there's interest, and that means obviously new buyers coming into the market and stuff. So obviously, educate yourself first before you jump in with 2 feet. If you are new to the channel, obviously hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, press like buttons and all that good stuff. But I am very, very mindful of people getting completely and utterly wrecked and conned by people being absolutely dishonest with how they're teaching people, or just genuinely sending places to things for money, really, like Cloud Token, like Plus Token, and all kinds of horrible stuff that are misleading to a new investor. But let's talk about other things. Let's talk about food. Because I'm hungry. It's breakfast time. Walmart has teamed up, or the Walmart China teams up with Vechain. Wow. So Vechain, if you don't know much about Vechain, it's a I personally like Vechain quite a lot. A lot of people kind of a bit on the fence with it, but I like the product that they've got. I like the way that they are trying to change industry kind of infrastructure of like safety, for example, food safety, medicines, logistics, and kind of all that recording, making sure that everything is done correctly, recorded via the blockchain, proof of authentication essentially. So it's really, really good. But this is a real big leap forward in like business, like kind of development, really. They've got some really big partners anyways, but Walmart's the one that really sticks out on top at the moment. So they've done incredibly well to achieve this, and it is a genuine working partnership. It's not like the partnership that you get in ICOs or whatever. Oh, we've bought McDonald's one day. McDonald's, that kind of doesn't, that happens in ICOs, it really does. But this is a genuine working partnership. They've already got like partnerships with electronic car makers. They've got like Renault and stuff like that. So they've got some genuine big hitters in and around. BMW as an example as well. But Walmart is a multi-level industry brand around the world. Everyone knows what Walmart is, unless you are literally living on the moon. But that is really good for food safety and all that good stuff. So honestly, have a little look at Vechain. If you want a long-term hold and a bit of a stability coin that could really like take off. It's got a really good eco model as well, with the staking rewards and stuff like that, and the V4 fee burn, stuff like that. So it's quite good in that way as well. So check it out. It's a good one. Go away, bad advert. Anyways, let's talk about this. This is the one that really got a lot of people excited. This happened before the peak, and then we went bang. Sell the news, guys. Now, this is a New York-based company, Ledger X. It's a US regulated trading platform for physically settled digital currency derivatives. Real bitcoins, guys. Real things. Yay. Now, you see this all the time, trading futures and all kind of horrible stuff where it's like, it's not actually the asset, it's just a bit of cloud in the sky, really. Physical assets like ETFs, like backed, they're going to be physical. That is going to create a massive hole in people's wallets because people will be starting to cram for bitcoins or even other assets that are going to go on the platform, which is kind of where we want to be. It's going to create mass pandemonium, it's going to create massive manipulation of the whales, I think, but, you know, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I'm only looking for long calls at the moment. I'm not looking for short. I'm looking for Ethereum to do its magic in the next couple of candle closures on the 4 hour, but I'm waiting to see where it goes. Maybe a false dawn. But anyways, enough of that. I want to talk a bit more about this because this is kind of where we're going with the industry. Big physical companies that will allow retail and institutions get involved in the same place. It's kind of big, and people like us who are quite early in the space can obviously benefit from that as long as we take profits. Do not be the person that holds on to their bags forever. Yes, Bitcoin, get as much Bitcoin as you can, and to do that, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, buy when the sats are low, and at the minute the sats are really low in altcoins, so wait for that perfect time to enter and off it goes. The likes of Matic yesterday, for example, did a 34% gain because it hit such a low point. Litecoin started to see a bit of life again in the Satoshi value. So there's going to be some interesting reactions with these Satoshi values to create more Bitcoin. So it's a really good time to start looking at altcoins, if I'm going to be honest, because news like this is kind of key. Iota, I mentioned Iota very, very briefly on my channel, and I should really do a big cover over it, but they are actually showing that they are improving their algorithm for better security and algorithm kind of scalability sort of stuff. So they're going to be basically changing it so each transaction requires a computer to expand resources on a proof of work puzzle, which is kind of good. The difficulty of the puzzle increases with the number of transactions sent over a given time period, similar to Bitcoin, and senders can stake Iota as collateral to reduce the overall difficulty. So I think that's quite good. I think that's really, really good. Iota is very, very similar in a way that it's got like kind of like proof of stake, proof of work, sorry, puzzles. But the reason why I'm saying that is because of all of this. So it's kind of like a hybrid of both. But I am going to talk more about Iota at some point. So in terms of algorithm updates, this is good for, you know, making it more secure, scalable. So check out Iota if I was you. If you want, again, a coin that you can kind of get collateral for, and also, you know, it's quite secure in reality. It's had a lot of issues in the past, Iota, but it seems to be really getting on board with it and solving it. China. Now we're back to China again, considering that Vechain is from that neck of the woods. But China have actually called Bitcoin as a safe haven asset as the economic kind of global tensions rise, which is kind of scary. I do think there's going to be a bit of an economic crash coming up. I think the UK is already broke anyways, whatever I'm saying about the UK. Guys, if you're looking to come to the UK, I would avoid it at all costs at the moment because everything is going tits up. But ultimately it will improve, but there's looking likely to be a bit of a housing crash here. It looks like the NHS is going to fall through its arse. It's looking like the police force are going to go against us. It's looking horrendous because of Brexit. But I'm joking. But yeah, it's looking likely that people will probably start looking at a bullish market for assets to go into. And at the minute, cryptocurrency is bullish. It makes sense. If people are going to lose money in stocks, they're going to move it somewhere. And likelihood is Bitcoin. I'm just going to put it out there. And we've also now got vehicles to do that. It's kind of going to be interesting. So if China are saying that, it's kind of good. And people tend to take note of what China do. Because China do usually get it right. It's scary. So yeah, check it out. Check out what is happening in the world. And if China are saying that the safe haven asset is cryptocurrency or Bitcoin at least, take note. Buy signal. Long term. Cardano. let's talk about Cardano. I mentioned Cardano the other day and it got a really good response. I did a very, very brief video of it. If you can check it out on my channel. I just wanted to go over it briefly because it is quite an expanded project. It's quite big. If I did a full video on it, it would be like 40 minutes long. So I'm going to break it up. But Cardano will outperform Libra's, or Facebook Libra, in emerging markets, according to Charles Hoskinson, which is the founder. To be honest with you, I kind of agree with him. I think Facebook are going to do well, but I also think Cardano is going to do very, very well in terms of what it is. I think Cardano will be a much better project, don't get me wrong, because Facebook's just going to hash it. They're going to be, oh, we're fine, we're Facebook, we could do this. And then you got Cardano, which is a really much better secure system because it's built from scratch. But the ultimate signs are that the speed of Facebook and the kind of the visible presence of Facebook will be pretty much key. But I think projects like Cardano can kind of latch off that and kind of show that they are really that good as well. Other projects as well can be mentioned within that, that vein. But the ultimate element for the investor is Facebook's a bit rubbish. In reality, you don't really get any gains from it. You can't buy Libra, it won't be on the physical exchange, but you can use it. It'll be nice and simple. But that's what Cardano aims to be as well. It aims to be very, very simple, very, very fast, but ultimately you can invest in it and you can stake it and you can earn from it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, but I do think Cardano will obviously perform better in user gains, but I think Libra, for the amount of reach they've already got, Facebook to basically send cryptocurrency via a text message pretty much will be pretty key for how the market will eventually develop into. So it could be interesting to see what happens. Very, very interesting. And finally, Netflix and chill. Netflix is launching an altcoin documentary, Healthy Market Correction, apparently. It's going to feature a couple of people that are quite well known in the industry. You might have heard of them. But yeah, this is coming out in the next few weeks, and it will basically talk about Bitcoin. Like, if you've ever watched Banking on Bitcoin, it's a pretty good documentary. This is going to be the one basically about altcoins. It's going to mention the likes of Vitalik Buterin, Justin, lovely, ZZ, Charles Hoskinson, Sonny Liu, likes of Roger Ver and that. So they've got some pretty key altcoin founders in there. So there you go. That's today's video. Nice, short, sweet, simple. Keeping you up to date as usual every Friday. Now, if you want to invest in cryptocurrency, biggest suggestion is learn. Check out my Telegram group, get involved, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and press on all my other videos. You may learn a thing or two. See you tomorrow. I will be doing a video tomorrow, but I'm not entirely sure what yet. So it might be totally random. Who knows? Might get the GoPro out. We'll see.